Ladies and gentlemen, ScoobTober. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going into the world of Scooby-Doo. Now, to be fair, I haven't seen a whole lot of Scooby-Doo in my life. I've only actually watched Scooby-Doo way later, like in my 20s, actually. Just like SpongeBob, ironically. Yes, I had a very sheltered childhood, but nonetheless, I'm going to trek into Scooby-Doo for the first time ever. That's right, we're going in bare naked, or whatever you want to call it, I don't know. And since there is so much Scooby-Doo films, TV shows, I think there's a radio show even, music, what have you, I'm just gonna choose a film at random, and then we're gonna dive into each little thing. You know, it's kind of on a sliding scale. I know there's certain timelines and all that, but trying to get Scooby-Doo timeline down is like, I don't know, trying to get the multiverse phase 4, phase 5 thing down. It's next to impossible. I'm talking about Marvel, by the way. Yes, it's that bad. Now, a little bit of context into this. I have seen Scooby-Doo stuff, like I've seen Mystery Incorporated, not all the way through, but we'll probably get to that. I don't know, I'm just running off the cuff here. I have seen Be Cool Scooby-Doo, aka the what you may call the Family Guy kind of iteration of Scooby-Doo, which I love. I'm sorry. Yeah, I love Be Cool Scooby-Doo. It's one of my favorite shows in the Scooby-Doo franchise. Yes, I've seen a couple Scooby-Doo Where Are Yous. I've seen some Scooby-Doo and Guess Who's. Just a bunch of different other stuff, just randomly. But this year, since it's ScoobTober, along with the hopefully we'll get into the IEB's goal special. We'll finally get that taken care of and out of the way. But along with that, we're going to go into ScoobTober. So I guess a morning thing and an afternoon thing. We'll just dissect that as we go on. But anyway, though, onward and upward, let's talk about the title of this video, which is Scooby-Doo meets Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Now, I'm just going to set up a little bit more context into going into this film. I just picked one randomly, and because I'm a huge Batman fan, I found my love for Batman with the Dark Knight trilogy. I've seen The Batman. I've seen basically every dark iteration of Batman that is known to exist. Yes, Batman is extremely, I don't even know how to call him. He's kind of dark. As you can probably tell, he's the Dark Knight, if you will. But there is that side of him that sometimes can come out called the Bright Knight. This is shown in Batman 66, like the 1966 show, film, and a couple other animated films before Adam West tragically passed away. May he rest in peace, of course. But yeah, Batman can sometimes dip his toe into, you know, the more comic book-esque fun escapades, if you will. It doesn't have to be dark 100% of the time. And I heard about this show. I didn't think it was, you know, necessarily that good. I heard it was a more light interpretation of Batman, like the Batman 66 cartoon, but less, you know, cartoony. You know, the live action stuff is more cartoony than the actual animated thing. But I did remember Plastic Man being all over the Cartoon Network bumpers for Batman, the Brave and the Bold and all that. So I knew Plastic Man was going to be in here. I didn't know what to expect. That's all I knew, okay? And, you know, Scooby-Doo is also in there. Lo and behold, to my surprise, this is absolutely just adorable. Can I even call it that? The Scooby-Doo film, which is a tie-in with Batman, the Brave and the Bold, is adorable. I can't even right now, okay? I just got off of watching Batman Caped Crusader, which is very much a dark Batman animated show. Going into this, where Batman is now not only jovial at the most part, but also smiling a lot, which he never did in most iterations of Batman. Like, seeing Batman smile is kind of, it's shocking to say the least, especially after seeing The Dark Knight Returns and, you know, all this other stuff. I'm going to stop dwelling on it. Let's talk about the plot of this little film here. So, Batman invites the mystery crew over to his mystery detective club thing that he's putting on in Gotham, which, yep, there you go. And then Scooby and the gang have to basically, you know, solve this mystery in Gotham. And yeah, let me just get this out of the way first. There's a lot of misdirects in this film, which I did not expect there to necessarily be. I mean, I know the Scooby-Doo formula, right? They're gonna give you a bunch of different, you know, characters and all that, you know, just setting it up, and then lo and behold, it's this one, and Velma solved the entire thing, and everyone else is just kind of there for the most part, and Shaggy and Scooby are there too. But this time, there's a lot of different twists to this. Like, first thing, like in the first 10 minutes, there is an actual twist where the Scooby and the gang are solving their mystery, and Batman's like, hey, shut up, get out of here, kids. But then they actually solve the mystery, and it turns out it's Professor Monkey and Martian Manhunter, a couple of characters I did not think were even in Batman the Brave and the Bold. But here they are, and lo and behold, Batman's like, yep, you just cracked it. You passed the test. You guys get to come and be part of the mystery crew in Gotham. This mystery club that I've assembled, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely brilliant. Because I'll tell you one thing, okay? If the Dark Knight, you know, like the actual, you know, the Dark Knight Returns type of Batman, or even Batman the Animated Series, if that Batman was in this film, it would not work that well, okay? Batman would just be a loner. You'd be just this very dark, brooding guy, and just kind of the Scooby gang would kind of just be, you know, kind of dark as well. And just, that's not what Scooby-Doo is, okay? Scooby-Doo is just this cartoon. We'll get to certain iterations, but Scooby-Doo is just this fun-loving cartoon that, you know, is just, it's stupid, you know? And it's stupid in all the best ways. That's the short and brunt of it. I'm sorry, but yeah, this is stupid in all the best ways. And this Batman is also stupid in all of the best ways, let me tell you, okay? All these characters are definitely just not taken seriously. They are literally taken from the Batman 1966 cartoon, or I keep on saying cartoon, live action show. If there were other characters like Plastic Man, Martian Manhunter, Aquaman does make an appearance. So if these characters were in Batman 1966, they would probably be just like these characters that are portrayed in this film, because it is, yeah, they do a lot of alliteration, which is sort of the playful, you know, type of deal. Every time a villain talks, every time a hero talks while they're fighting, they're always using alliteration, which is just chef's kiss. I gotta say that. It's so charming, you know? It gets grating, if stupid, if you are not in the right mindset, but if you're just wanting to be, you know, cheered up with Batman, then yes, this is that movie for you. And there's a real sidebar, real quick, okay? Just give me a little tangent, okay? There's this other film that I recently watched called Batman Meets the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And TMNT, okay, they went pretty dark to match Batman's darkness. And even Batman was kind of like, yeah, this is still a little bit lighter. But yeah, that Batman, like, that worked, okay? I mean, even with the darkness of TMNT, you know, they still kind of cracked jokes and all that. They still had their fun. I still like that film, but that Batman, there is no way in hell that Batman can work with Scooby-Doo. I'm sorry. I'm sure it's been done in comic book form or even in animated form. Somewhere in all these shows, I have no idea. We'll probably find out. Hell, I think there was one in Scooby-Doo and Guess Who where there was actually a dark Batman, but I don't know. I haven't seen it. We'll get to it. But anyway, yeah, this Batman, this is the perfect iteration to interact with Scooby-Doo. And let me just say this. You might be wondering why I haven't been talking about Scooby-Doo and the gang. Yeah. If you wanted to have a Scooby-Doo film, the gang isn't really focused a whole lot. I mean, yeah, Fred has a crush on Canary, Black Canary, but they don't really do a whole lot with it. She just kind of writes him off as, like, you know, whatever. Plastic Man has kind of a crush on Daphne. But that literally is one line and just thrown away. Velma wants to go to, the Batcave and, use all his computers, use all Batman's computers and all that. She does. And that's it. That's the thing, whatever. They're just there basically as side characters in this overall mystery. Honestly, I think Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or whatever that film's called, I think that kind of leveled out the whole Batman and TMNT perfectly, at least in my eyes. Here, it's just, it's mostly just a Batman movie. Batman Brave and the Bold, the movie. The gang has to solve Batman's only case that he's never solved. And there's ghosts, real ghosts or whatever, and all that stuff. It's mostly Clayface, spoiler alerts. So yeah. Also, the Scooby Gang and Batman are on the run as well. They don't really do a whole lot with that. We get to see Joker pop in, and thank God they didn't dwell on him a whole lot. He's just a regular villain. There's a lot of cringe comedy jokes here. That's just, doesn't make me cringe like Scott's Tots, but doesn't make me laugh a whole lot either, Scott's Tots, if you don't know, is the worst episode of The Office. It's considered by many to be the worst episode of The Office. Side tangent over. However, there were a few jokes that I was just like, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And I gotta tell you this, there is a reason why Plastic Man is remembered very fondly in the Batman the Brave and the Bold show. Like, if this Plastic Man was the same in the show, which it probably was, then yes, of course there's a reason why Plastic Man is, remembered, because he is a ball. He is just the best thing to exist in this entire show. In fact, dare I say it, he is the PG Deadpool. I'm not even kidding you, okay? There's been many PG Deadpools in other comics, and in fact, there's been other PG, Deadpools in the MCU, even She-Hulk. But no, it's Plastic Man, okay? Plastic Man is the closest thing ever to Deadpool that will ever be used as PG. Even Spider-Man, okay? No, it's Plastic Man. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. And, we do get some focus with Shaggy and Scooby, of course. Harley Quinn makes an appearance, and she's just thrown away as well, which I gotta say thank you for that. I mean, retrospectively, Harley Quinn and Joker have been in way more than I ever wanted to see them in. And the fact that they just show them and then don't use them, I don't know, kind of refreshing in retrospect. However, there's also a lot of dark stuff in this Batman film, like Batman, I thought it would just be, Batman just goofing around kinda, but also kind of being, serious in a not so serious way or whatever, still smiling and all that, but turns out, no, he lost a Robin, which I was like, oh, wow, really? Wow, okay, I guess this is in between Robins or something? I don't even know. This is also not a complete and utter bastardization of Batman as it was in the, Batman 1966, as some comics people tend to agree that that's the case or whatever. Batman's still, his world-class detectiveness, he's still doing his thing. He's just, in a very wacky, crazy world. And, sometimes just gotta swing with the punches and all that. Also, on top of that, I didn't see Alfred. Where was Alfred? Is Alfred not in this show? He's not in this world? I mean, why? What happened to him? I guess Batgirl is also not existing or whatever. She's off doing her own thing. The Nightwing is also in this thing, but he's doing his own thing. I don't know. What's going on here? But I get it. That's not the focus here. What is the focus is Scooby-Doo teaming up with Batman to solve a case, and it's just using Batman Brave and the Bold characters. And yes, it works. It's charming. If I had to put it on a scale, though, I'd probably put it at 6.5 out of 10, mainly because lack of character motivations or anything for Scooby-Doo and the gang. It's more like a 70%, 80% Batman Brave and the Bold movie, and Scooby-Doo is in it, and that's it. It's not like, again, I'm going back to Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where I could see that as 50-50, Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's it. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss for words on that, but I guess Warner Bros., they own Scooby-Doo and Batman, so they weren't really, rights and all that, when they made Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Paramount owns TMNT, so they had to split it down the line like that, like Roger Rabbit. They were going down a huge business rabbit hole or whatever, but anyway, 6.5 out of 10, not a bad movie, and in fact, something I would probably watch further, and in fact, it got me interested in watching Batman the Brave and the Bold. Yeah, I mean, I always wanted to see it because of Plastic Man and all that, but yeah, it got me interested in watching Batman the Brave and the Bold. Go figure. But anyway, though, guys, what do you think of this film? Did it rock? Did it suck? Comment, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell. More vids come your way, and hey, take care, guys.